Regan Slaymaker for Solar&StorageXtra, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the Senior Programme Manager for EV Infrastructure for Coventry City Council, Shamala Gadgill. Shamala, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you.
Perfect. I'm glad to hear it. Before we kind of discuss your participation in Solar&StorageLive London, thank you for joining us at the conference. I do want to start with kind of what do you do and how do kind of Coventry City Council kind of contribute to decarbonising the energy space?
Okay, so I am well, I've got a quite a bit long introduction, if you like, to an extent. So I am a civil engineer by background, and I'm also actually a fourth-year part-time PhD student, which I've just found out that I can enroll for my fifth year in May, which
Congratulations.
was very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm a Senior Program Manager for EV charging infrastructure rollout in Coventry. What is Coventry doing from a decarbonising transport? So we have got a lot of green projects in the transport area. We have got, first of all, the EV charging infrastructure side of it. So from a promoting perspective, so we have quite extensively applied for and have been successful in securing funding from DFT or rather OZEV. But at the same time, we are also looking at ways on how we sort of change our own fleet to zero emission fleet. So we are also helping businesses through a Try Before You Buy project where Coventry City Council secured funding through Highways England to get 70 different classification vehicles, electric vehicles, which we ran a program for 2 years plus under Try Before You Buy scheme, where businesses would apply for a vehicle, whether it's a van or a taxi or a car, and they would try that, and then they can make a decision whether how they progress with decarbonizing their fleet. And that program ran through quite successfully. I think there was, I wasn't running that program, but we had a very, very good response to it. Over a few million tons of emissions were sort of saved, if you like, from the journey time. So we are doing that. We are also very much in the space of decarbonizing public transport, so Coventry is going to be all electric bus city by end of 2025. So currently, so far, we have, of course, this program is in conjunction with Transport for West Midlands. They are the Transport Authority. They are managing the project. I am involved with the project from Coventry side. And we currently have, so National Express, sorry, I'm going backwards a little bit, but National Express have got their bus depot in Coventry. The other operators don't have a bus depot particularly, but National Express do. And they have, so far to date, we have got 140 double-decker buses now operational in Coventry. So the other bigger operator is Stagecoach, and we are working through the project with them now. So that's another side of it. Coventry is also, very much pioneering. We look at, we are very much a leader in trialing technology. We do, Coventry is classed in a way as a live test bed authority. So we trial a lot of different types of projects, like Urban Airport, for example, where the drones were trialed beginning of last year, which is the eVTOL, the electric vertical takeoff. We also are sort of leading, and one of the research and develop an R&D project, which is the Very Light Rail, Coventry Very Light Rail, is another extremely high-profile project that Coventry is looking at. Again, this is where you are looking to have a green mass transit system, public transit system that can operate in a urban environment such as Coventry. And the R&D side of this is what the concept is to prove prove that a system like this, a very light rail system, can be built in half the time with half the money. Lots going on in Coventry. Coventry is definitely working in decarbonizing transport, working with energy sector.
Fantastic. Obviously, you mentioned kind of a lot of projects and topics there, but I do kind of want to bring it to kind of the speaking position that you're speaking on at Solar&StorageLive London this year. Obviously, it's great to have you on board, titled "Imperfect Harmony: Kind of Best Practices for Integrating EV Charging with Solar and Battery Storage." Obviously, we spoke a little bit off camera, kind of about this topic, but what you wanted to make clear to me when integrating these new technologies into a city like Coventry as well, it's important to look at kind of the local authority perspective here and kind of how you're being empowered to integrate these technologies as well.
Yes. I mean, the reason I mentioned all the projects, they are all to do with electric vehicles. And of course, you do need a charging infrastructure to support the electrification of transport. So hence my mention of all the different types of sort of transport elements or modes of transport. So from a integration of solar and battery storage, I can give you a perfect example. 2018, under the Better Deal for Buses, Coventry submitted a bid in partnership with National Express to DfT under the ULEB project for National Express to secure 10 electric buses. They were the first. We were successful, but as part of that bid, we also submitted another proposal where we basically said that we want to install solar panels on top of the roof of the depot and also have a battery storage where they can store the generated power. The idea behind this was that we install enough solar panels that will generate enough energy to provide energy for these 10 buses to operate throughout the year. And as it's producing or generating energy, it will get stored in the battery. And there are multiple use cases, few use cases anyway, with the stored energy in the battery. But that was the basically the outcome or output for that proposal. And we did get the funding for it. We have installed solar panels on top of the roof of the bus depot. So this was done by Zenobi. So they were the company who installed the solar panels for us and also installed the battery. And it does generate the amount of power that is needed. The energy that is needed to power those 10 buses. So that's a really like how do you say a really an exemplar example for integrating the EV charging, because electric buses are electric vehicles, and we have got the chargers at the depot with the solar panels and the battery storage, perfect. But at the same time, any other like the levy projects that all authorities are currently embarked on. Again, when you are delivering something like that, that also gives you an opportunity to integrate solar and battery. as part of the delivery of, say, hubs,
Mhm.
something that Coventry is looking at, something that local authorities should be able to design and deliver as part of their hub delivery.
Perfect. Kind of what would you say kind of is there more that needs to be done to kind of, as you say, kind of bring more of these projects into fruition and kind of integrate these technologies and obviously basically put the local authority first, obviously not being told what to develop, but listen to the local authority to know what's best to develop as well.
Um, yes, I mean, there is a lot of work that is being done by OZEV, and there is a Levi support body that they have set up, which consists of Senex, Energy Saving Trust, and PA Consulting. They are the support body for local authorities to develop their EV strategy and also how the Levi project can be developed, the business case and all of that. So there is support available for local authorities. Yes, we shouldn't be telling what they should do, but my advice would be local authorities, they should attend events, so they are conferences, so they are able to firsthand get the knowledge of what is out there, that and then decide on or discuss and work on what fits their area. Because again, as part of this Levi strategy, which was published back in March 22, OZEV or the government has also provided a capability fund, that's a resource, sort of funding for resource for all authorities. So again, there is a dedicated resource available who can attend, because that's the only way they're going to get that knowledge of what is out there, and then discussing with the rest of the team, they can then decide what technology or what solution fits their area.
Definitely. And would you say kind of that discussion, that collaboration with other people, going to these events, having those fruitful discussions, would you say the lack of that is kind of the main challenge that's facing kind of the industry right now?
I don't know about it being the main challenge. I would say that could be one of the challenges. Again, there is, I must say though, there is a skill shortage. Again, the support body is doing excellent work in this arena with OZEV, where they are providing the modules to develop the skill sets. So I think there is a lot of work being done. As they say, the Rome wasn't built in one night or one day, that saying. Same way, this will take some time. What is very critical and crucial is to make sure that we are doing or putting in place measures that is going to help with that interface, with that integration, understanding, developing skill sets, all of that. And events and conferences form part of that knowledge gathering exercise for the delivery people.
Definitely. Shamala, I feel like we've absolutely breezed through my questions. I mean, we got through that. My final one, kind of, where can people find your speaking position at Solar and Storage Live, so you can listen to kind of all the knowledge that you've just said in this interview as well?
So I am speaking on 29th of April at Charge EV room or area at 10 to 3 in the afternoon. And yes, I look forward to seeing all the visitors and attendees there, and collaborating and talking to lots of people.
Definitely. Well, we look forward to seeing you there, Shamala. Thank you again for your time today. Thank you again for talking to Solar and Storage Extra as well.
Thank you, Regan.